Hi all, good morning and good evening as well. So in the yesterday class, we discussed about network architecture diagram, and that one is applicable to both on-premise or data center, and also it is applicable to cloud environment. In the cloud side, little bit here and there, little bit modifications I have to do. Once we are moving to the cloud security, there I will explain about how the cloud security architecture diagram looks like. Okay, so far we completed all the networking concepts. So for that one, I created one of the folder. Already you know this one. So all the networking concepts, I created this folder and I uploaded all the videos on the daily basis. Okay, even yesterday video also I uploaded. So I created for the network and cyber attack separate folder because you should not get confusion. So network and cyber and application attacks today onwards, it will take another maybe I think 7 to 8 classes, all these attacks minimum. So all those attacks I'm going to upload here. Okay. So till yesterday, whatever we discussed, all those are networking concepts, and these are all basics to our cybersecurity field. Not only cybersecurity, any security field. Okay. And today onwards, whatever class we are discussing, it's very, very important. So these classes completely from security. Today onwards, security will start. Okay. Let's go and discuss about network and cyber and application attacks. Here we are going to discuss about there are several category of the attacks or types of the attacks. Let's go and discuss. So before going to the, okay, so definition of the, okay, so what is mean by attack? So first of all, what is intruder? Or hacker? Or attacker? Or threat actor? So all these are synonyms. So as I mentioned, this one already we discussed. So this one also sometimes they will expect at the time of the interview also, especially threat actor. What is mean by threat actor? So intruder or hacker or attacker or threat actor. So is a person, he or she is a person, they will try to do the hacking. So they will try to do the hacking on the endpoint level to will compromise either laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop, or maybe through network level, or maybe through application side, or maybe through our databases, servers, even cloud total entire organization. So that person or that candidate, we can call it as an attacker or intruder or threat actor. So this one already we discussed. The candidate who will do hacking to gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure or monetary functions. So why he will do hacking? So one is to gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. What is mean by this one? So maybe consider our personal oriented. So our debit card and credit card. So in case we are losing our debit card and credit card, PII data, it's very, very important. It's a part of the GDPR compliance also. So then in case our Facebook credentials or Instagram credentials or maybe any other credentials attack is trying to get, automatically at the time of the signing of the application, we'll enter the lot of information. So even couple of applications we need to enter even so our credit card information also, debit card information also. Those scenarios, in case the attack is trying to compromise, our data completely it is exposed. That's called sensitive data exposure. So he will use that data for monetary function. What is the main objective and goal of any attacker or any hacker? So to gain the data or maybe for monetary function, for easy way of the earning money. So that is the main aim or objective of the or goal of the any attacker or intruder or hacker. Okay. Objectives or goals of an attacker. So I given couple of examples also. So first one is data. So he wants unauthorized access of the data. That may be our organization data or nothing but company data. Second one is our personal data, organization data and personal data. And here, second one is monetary functions or financial matters. With the data, what attacker will do. So in India, maybe we are using the debit card PIN number and credit card PIN number and so on. In the North American couple of other countries, we don't have any PIN number. Directly, we can go and in case we are losing the debit card, directly they can go and they can do the shopping also. Okay. So that is the way how we are losing the data. So that is indirectly it leads to monetary function. That is on the personal data side. On the organization data side, for example, take Arabindo or MSN or Reddy's Lab or Hetero Drugs. All these are pharma-based companies. I know about how to develop a or how to implement a tablet or pills or injection related to chemical formula. So I can steal that data. How to so develop a pill or injection or maybe vaccination and so on. I can go and I can put RK Pharma based company. So this is the way data on the organizations are also, it's very, very important. Okay. So that is meant by organizational data here. So we should not leak our organization data and also we should not leak our personal data also. So that is the main objective and of the goal. Okay. So second one is monetary function. How he will do the monetary function? So maybe based on the Bitcoins or based on the payment of the ransom or directly they will ask about money in the form of the USD dollars or Indian rupees. So through digital currency, so that digital currency may be through our Bitcoin coin side, coins, or maybe through our wire transfer and directly money. So this is the way how the monetary functions he will do the block mailing of the whenever he will try to do the hacking side. That is the objective and goal of an attacker. So now, before going to discuss about couple of the category of the attacks or types of the attacks, first I want to explain about two different types of the frameworks. These two different frameworks are very, 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 very important. Each and every interview, it's a compulsory mandatory interview question. It's a must. So almost from last 1 week, couple of candidates, they attended the interview and they provided feedback to me and also they provided questions to me. I used to ask basically candidates who have attended the interview. So each and every interview, almost everywhere, they are expecting two questions or two frameworks. Those two are cyber kill chain process and Mitre attack framework or Mitre attack framework. It depends on organization or couple of people they will call it as a Mitre attack framework and couple of people they will call it a Mitre attack framework. Attacking frameworks are, so here we are discussing about two different types of frameworks. In future, we'll discuss about WASP top 10, SANS top 25, CS hardening benchmark, ITL process, NAST framework, cybersecurity framework. Those things we are once again we'll discuss. So this one also one of the interview question. What are the different types of frameworks you are aware of? So in that scenario, you have to provide the cyber kill chain process framework or Mitre or Mitre attack framework or WASP top 10 or SANS top 25, CS hardening benchmark, NAST framework, cybersecurity framework, and so on. So what are the two different frameworks we are going to discuss under the network and cyber and application attack side here? First one is our cyber kill chain process. Second one, Mitre or Mitre attack framework, ATT at the rate of CK. Third one is WASP top 10. And also SANS top 25. Okay, so first two are very important, guys. Not only first two, even third one also. But first two are very, very important from the entry point of, not only entry point of view, you should aware of the how the process, how the attacker will do hacking side. Let's go and discuss about first cyber kill chain process. So as name itself, it is suggesting it is a process. Okay, it is a step-by-step process and it contains couple of steps, or it is like a phase-by-phase approach, and finally attacker will do hacking. How the attacker will do hacking? For that one, okay, he will follow couple of steps. That process we can call it as cyber kill chain process. So these steps we can also refer as a phases. Either we can call it as a process, or either we can call it as a phases also. So how we can define officially? So it is a step-by-step process or phase-by-phase approach how an attacker will do hacking to gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. So that is called cyber kill chain process. Okay. Under this one, we do have the couple of process. Let's go and discuss about all those process. So it is step-by-step process or phase-by-phase approach how the attacker will do hacking for any targeted mission. So when you say any targeted mission, don't think like only our laptop or maybe mobile or desktop or maybe server or database. Even you can think like application or cloud instance also. Okay. Target mission to gain unauthorized access because he is not an authorized user or authorized attacker or sensitive data exposure or monetary functions. So that entire process we can call it as cyber kill chain process. Now under this one we do have the couple of steps. Those steps are under cyber kill chain process. There are 7 phases or 7 steps. What are those 7 steps? Okay. First one, reconnaissance. Yesterday itself I was explaining about recon, selection of the target. Recon, this is also called as reconnaissance. Second one is weaponization. So third one is transport or delivery. So fourth one is exploitation. Fifth one is installation. The sixth one is command and control, C2C. C2C, please remember this C2C terminology also. Okay, so couple of times they'll ask about C2C or otherwise directly they'll ask about command and control. And finally, actions on objective. Nothing but goal. So these are all the 7 pages will fall under the cyber kill chain process. And one more thing here. So cyber kill chain process only from the attacker point of view, not from the defensive point of view, not from the security point of view. How we can prevent or block or mitigate or eradicate. It's not from the attacker point of view. It's completely from the it is not from the defensive point of view or security point of view. Whenever any attack it will come, how we can make sure that we can do the protecting and blocking and quarantining and eradicating or mitigating the attack. It's a complete offensive mechanism, not defensive mechanism. Okay. So cyber kill chain process is a offensive mechanism from the attacker side. It is not a defensive. Defensive meaning here we can do it. Defense team is nothing but our SOC team, our EDR support team, our firewall support team. So we will fall under the defensive side. So offensive is from the attacker side. Okay, that means by offensive here. Now let's go and discuss about these definitions for each and every phase, what attacker exactly he will do. And whenever if someone will ask any question at the time of the interview, not only just about explaining about definition and also pages, even you can take one of the practical scenario related to any attack, because we are going to discuss about in between 60 to 70 attacks in this week. So whatever you like, take one of the attack and explain that process for this one. Okay. So maybe couple of times what will happen. So at interview panel itself, they will give. So we have to explain entire this process. It depends on the how the entire panel experience, what they faced in their life or what they faced in the overall experience or whatever they worked on. It depends on. Okay. So first one is recon. Recon meaning a selection of the target. So first, initially, you are an attacker consider. So how will do the hacking for any organization side? Every organization contains the all these endpoints and mobile devices and applications and databases and servers and network and also or wireless or Wi-Fi and cloud and everything. So what you are an attacker, first you should know about what I have to do the hacking or which mission I have to do the hacking. What is my selection of the target? So that selection of the target or choosing the which mission I have to do the compromise, that process we can call it as a recon. So it is selection of the target or choosing the which mission or system should be compromised. So for this one, attack will couple of tactics and techniques and procedure that we will discuss later. Example, phishing email or port scanning mechanism or input validation. All those things will fall under the selection of the target. For example, you can go and you can think like facebook.com here. This one already I have shown previously. So now I want to compromise backend database of the Facebook. That is my selection of the target, an attacker side. Now, if I want to, okay, compromise the selection of the target as a Facebook backend database, now how can I compromise? Maybe I can use brute force attack to compromise to guess the username and password. But if you want to know about compromising the backend database of the our Facebook server, first you should know about IP address. So directly I can go and I can use the input validation side. So this field, water field like username and password field, always please remember. So these things at the time of the developmental side or programming side, these developers, they will call it input validation. Nothing but providing the username and password, that is also called credentials, right? So here input validation. So example, if I'm entering about LDAP injection or SQL queries, most of my database, most of the organization, they will use databases like SQL or PGSQL database, or maybe MongoDB, or maybe Cassandra, or maybe GridGain or Couchbase. For example, Facebook, it is using, okay, PGSQL database. Now I want to compromise, okay, Facebook server. If I'm compromise Facebook server all over the worldwide, so many users information it is going to hack it. It's a billions of users under the Facebook account. Okay. Now here email address as the input. What is selection of the target now? So to compromise our Facebook server, Facebook backend server. Now I am taking one of the practical example as a WASP top 10 category of the attack. Under the WASP top 10, what is the attack I am taking now? SQL injection attack. So I am taking one of the example also to explain practically. I am taking WASP top 10. Under the WASP top 10, one of the attack name is called SQL injection attack. What is SQL injection attack? Attacker will, okay, so or maybe an end user also, either attacker or maybe an end user, he will use untrusted SQL queries, not trusted SQL queries, untrusted SQL queries or abnormal SQL queries or malicious SQL queries, where he will insert these queries wherever input is providing by an attacker or input is providing by end user. Example, maybe you want to log into Amazon retail website, or maybe you want to log into the Phone Pay or Google Pay or Facebook or Instagram and so on. So wherever input is providing by an end user. So for example, I am the end user now. I want to log into the Facebook application to post couple of my videos or photos wherever I went and I traveled, right? Now here, this is called input validation. In this field, so attacker will try to, this is like a user validation now. Attacker in these places, he will provide untrusted SQL queries, not trusted one. What do you mean by untrusted SQL queries? For example, x.y@gmail.com, then only Facebook should be accept. You can see here, email address or phone number. Either we can provide email address or phone number. So now I provide x.y@gmail.com. And once I'm clicking on the password, so then I will provide example password @123. So it's like a trusted data now. As an end user, I'm providing trusted data. This is called trusted data or trustworthy data to the Facebook. So this is the way how the Facebook development team, they will develop the application. In the similar way, Instagram or Twitter or Gmail or Yahoo Mail and so on. Okay. Now, what is untested SQL queries now? Untested SQL queries here now. Select star insert table where employee name or employee ID is 1. Okay. And name Suresh. These type of untrusted SQL queries, whether Facebook will accept it, it will not accept. It's like a false condition. This is called false condition now. 1 equal to 0 is a false condition. 1 equal to 1 is a true condition. 1 equal to 0, 1, it never be equivalent to 0. I mean, never it will be equivalent to 0. 1 is equivalent to only 1. Okay, in mathematical formula side. So now, here I'm entering one of the command. So here, whatever command I'm entering part of the our SQL queries side, whether our backend database, it will go and it will fetch the data. So this is the way developers, they will not develop the code. In case they are developing the code in this way, obviously backend database will fetch the data and it will give to the attacker. This is called untrusted SQL queries. Okay. So now what is trusted data or input validation we have to provide? Example, suresh.k@gmail.com. Or maybe example, phone number also we can enter 7095, whatever. 7095123 or whatever. So XXX. So this is like a trusted data. So this is the place where attacker will try to continuously will check whether is there any untrusted SQL data can be accepted by backend database or not. So every application three-tier architecture contains, there are 3 layers. One is business user layer. Second one is nothing but user layer means front end. So next one is business or logical layer. Third one is our database layer. Whatever right now I'm sharing my screen, it is a front end. So here we will provide input validation. This one we can call it as user layer. Okay. Now once I'm providing the correct data as a part of the whatever Facebook developers, they are developing the code. Now I'll click on the login button. In case my data or my account is existing in the Facebook database side, then it will go to the login page by validating the database server. So total, this is the way how the overall process it will work. Then what is the business or logical layer? Business or logical layer meaning here, if I'm clicking on here, how it will go to the our home page. So this is the way how these developers, they'll develop the code using the JavaScript or HTML or maybe C or C++ or maybe so any other programming language. That is called business or logical way. And finally, database. Within the database, it will verify the whatever user is providing the credential like username and password. Then finally, provide authorization part. It will fetch the data. Okay. So that is about how the overall application it will work. Now, what I want to say here, attacker in these fields, he will provide and he will see, is there any weakness is existing? So whether any SQL queries database can I provide like an untrusted one? Can I fetch the data from the database? So that is called SQL injection attack. Okay, that is overall process now. What is selection of the target here now? Facebook server. So SQL injection attack for Facebook. Facebook database or Facebook otherwise. Now, what is selection of the target? As I mentioned, selection of the target. What I want to compromise? I want to compromise backend Facebook database server, backend Facebook database server, so that in case if I'll compromise backend Facebook database server, then I'll get the billions of the accounts all over the worldwide, whoever using the Facebook account. Then I can do the blackmailing of the Mark Zuckerberg. Then I can expect out $10 billion or $20 billion. Okay. Weaponization. So what is the weaponization here? So weaponization is a basically what type of weapons we can use as a part of attacker side. So that is called weaponization. Attacker will choose weapon. As a process executable. So attacker will choose the weapons. So here, what is the weapon attacker will choose? Untrusted SQL queries. Untrusted SQL queries. Backend database is compromising. That is our selection of the target. And what is the weapon he will try to use to compromise the backend database? So what he will do the executable things here? SQL queries. Okay. Untested SQL queries. Untested, we can also call malicious, illegitimate. So that is about weaponization. Next one, transport or delivery. How he can go and he can send those queries to our backend database. The delivering of what weapons we have chosen. Okay. Delivery of sending the delivery or sending or delivery of the weapons chosen by an attacker to targeted mission. So here sending or delivering of the weapon chosen by an attacker to targeted mission. What is targeted mission here? Database. So how he will send it now? Because he will use the application side here. He will enter the untested queries and based on the development side, HTTP request and HTTP response. And using payload, HTTP request using the get or post or put. These methods he will use to deliver the payload to our backend database. Okay, HTTP requests are authentication methods are HTTP request methods are we will use either get request or post request or put methods or otherwise get or post or put methods to deliver the payload. When you say payload here, what or message or data we are sending. Example, select a star insert table into employee ID or as maybe username or maybe password. So those things. So these are all now sending as a part of the delivery side. Now exploitation. So what attacker will do, he will try to see whether any weakness is available on the application or not. Exploitation means continuously monitoring. So, and finally, whenever any chance it will come, he will try to do the hacking of that particular mission. Example, atom bomb or hydrogen bomb. Do you think that suddenly they will go and they will exploit the, okay, atom bomb or hydrogen bomb? It's not like that. Some of the place they will choose and they will put the, okay, they will set the time and date. Whenever it is hitting the time and date, automatically the hydrogen bomb or atom bomb, it should be exploited. Same thing here, they will monitor till that time, whether crowded people are there or not. For example, maybe in, I forgot the date, in Hyderabad location, Dilshik Nagar and also Lumbini Park and Golconda chart, sorry, some chart. So these places, couple of, okay, so that bombs and also attacks are happen. It's a crowded areas. Okay. Now, so suddenly they will not go and they will do, or they will not, okay, place these bombs and they will not do the hacking side. So they will see and they will set date and time whenever any rush or crowd will be there. That time only they will exploit the, okay, so whatever, okay, so weapons they have chosen, and finally our people will die. So this is the way how the our normal day to atom bomb or hydrogen bomb it will work. Same as it is, even attacker also he will see whenever any weakness or vulnerability it is identified. Okay, attacker Gokul chat, sorry, not Golmal chat, Golkon chat, Gokul chat. Attacker will choose or continuously he will monitor till the weakness is identified. Till the weakness is identified, meaning here, when I can get a chance where the crowded people are there, so that I can go and I can, okay, so exploit the bomb. Same way here also, when I will get a chance, so these developers forgot how to develop the code and used untested SQL queries to fetch the database. Okay, so that is called our exploitation. Attacker will choose or identify exploiting of malicious untested queries to execute in the backend database so that he will fetch the data. So here basically what exploitation? Identifying the weakness. Simple words. Installation. Once he will identify the weakness, then what attacker will do? He will try to do the installing of that one. As I mentioned previously, once he will identify the weakness, if there are no people are available in these locations, so it may be midnight or maybe early morning, he will go and he will put that bombs and he will set the date and time. So like a peak hours. So maybe in between 9 to 10 or maybe 8 to 9 or maybe evening. So once the people will come to, okay, our bus stations or bus stands. So that time maybe it's okay 5 to 7 in between, something like that. So these places, this is the way how the he will see the peak hours. So installing of that particular bomb, same as it is here also. He will do the installation. Once he will identify the weakness, then he will try to install that code. Attacker will install untrusted executable code into targeted machine. Then what is our scenario? Attacker will choose untrusted SQL queries execution part of input validation of the Facebook application. Okay. So next one is C2C. Once, okay, he installed successfully and already, okay, people so and so time, example morning at 8 o'clock and evening at 6 o'clock. So people will be, rush is very high and atom bomb or hydrogen bomb is exploited. So many people are died. So nothing but here, attacker got the access. So that is called command and control. It's like a remote control. How you are sitting at home and you're controlling your television, same way, attacker will gain the control. So even though your mission, attacker will try to control from on behalf of you. That is called command and control. Attacker will gain remote access or C2C access to control remotely or virtually. So that is called command and control, and keep on attacker, he will go and he will communicate. Example, you are watching TV and you don't like one of the channel, you will move to another channel. So this is the way how you will do the controlling of your television. Same as it is here also, attacker, he will try to communicate. Maybe in one folder, critical data is not existing. Then he will move to another folder, continuously communicate to the targeted machine. So here in this scenario, once attacker is untrusted SQL query successfully is injected, then he is already gained the access to the database server of the Facebook. Attacker successfully executed SQL queries, SQL trusted untrusted queries, SQL untrusted queries, and finally, attacker is controlling Facebook database server. So this is the way how he will gain the unauthorized access. Okay, last. Actions on objective and goal. What is the main objective and goal for any attacker? Any attacker objective and goal here is, already we discussed, it's like a data to gain the data or to gain the unauthorized access or maybe money. To gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. So what is the here? Now already he compromised Facebook server database, backend database, and billions of the accounts are existing all over the worldwide. Now as an attacker myself, I will ask blackmailing of the database team of the Facebook, I want $50 billion. Okay, then only I will provide the, okay, so database credentials, whatever I got it. Then finally it will go to Mark Zuckerberg, and in case they don't have any regular backup, obviously they have to pay money whatever I'm expecting. Otherwise, so from top 10 richest list, you will completely go down and nobody will trust Facebook now. Attacker will do blackmailing of either money or bitcoins or digital currency otherwise, or maybe I don't want any money from, okay, so Facebook company, just I need all over the worldwide 192 countries people data only. I will go and I will take the data and I'll export that data and I'll put it into myself in the OneDrive or Google Drive. Okay. Or unauthorized access of the data. So this is the way how the overall cyber killing process it will work. Okay. I explained about hydrogen bomb example also. I explained about even one of the practical attack that is called WASP top 10. Okay. So this is the way you have to explain whenever you are explaining about cyber killing process. So these are the phases or steps, but that much time they will not give. Pages or steps or otherwise definition or description. Okay. So now how we can expect interview question from this topic? Directly they will ask, what is mean by cyber killing process? That is one way they will ask, okay, at the time of the interview. In the second way, how they will ask, take any one of the attack. Okay, so explain about that attack in the practical way using cyber killing process. This is second way. I'm repeating once again. So how the interview question will be, explain about what is cyber killing process, like just definition. So this is the one way we can expect. Second one is explain about cyber killing process. Nothing but you have to explain even pages also, including pages and description. Third one, take any of the, take one of the attack, explain via cyber killing process. So nothing but you have to use that cyber killing process each and every page. You can choose brute force attack or phishing email attack or malware attack. Example, I took it was top 10, like SQL injection attack. So third one, fourth one, how they will ask, they will choose the, instead of here, they're giving choice and options to us. Out of 60 to 70 category of the attacks, whatever we are going to discuss from the today to next 1 week classes. So here they are giving choice and options to us. But next, in the couple of interviews, directly they will choose the attack. Okay. Interview panel itself, they will give the attack. That process we have to explain. Explain about DOS attack. Example only I'm giving. DOS attack using cyber killing process. Specifically, interior panel is giving, I need only DOS attack using cyber killing process. In the third question, they are giving the option or choice out of 70 attacks. But in the last question, they are not giving any choice and options to us. Directly, they are expecting DOS attack using cyber killing process. That means, first of all, you should know about what is mean by DOS attack and how the attacker will do hacking of the DOS attack. What are the types of the DOS attacks we do have, and what are the mitigation steps of the DOS attack? Then only you can explain about this process now. If you don't know about the attack name, attack definition, attack mitigation or eradication, then obviously you can't give the process. You will end up with only these steps. That's it. Okay, that's why. So these questions, whenever you are reading these topic now, I mean these 70 attacks, each and every attack, by the by, each and every attack, so it will follow this process only. Each and every attack. Okay, let's go and discuss about one more practical example. So first one is I took Facebook, compromising of the Facebook server, database server. Second one, compromising the CEO laptop. I want to compromise CEO laptop using malware. I'm catching big fish. I'm catching whale in the automation instead of the compromising normal end user, because all the business related strategy, vision, mission, and also so business oriented, everything plans will be there part of the CEO. Okay. So now example, compromising the CEO laptop using malware. So this second category of the attack. So what is recon selection of the target? CEO laptop compromising by malware. What is weapon? Weapon, I can use file oriented malware categories like so macros or PowerShell execution or Python execution or Bash execution or Perl execution. These are all the couple of weapons. Files are lol bins. Lol bins means here leaving off the land binaries, that is called process oriented, like a PowerShell or Python or Perl or maybe Windows registry keys, all those. So weapon here is either file or maybe through lol bins. So file may be in the format of .dll category, .pdf category, .executable category, .doc, Microsoft Word document, .html, .csv, okay, .jpeg, and so on. So these are all file oriented. Then what is fileless oriented? So lol bins are fileless, leaving off the land bind. I will explain later this one, don't worry. Example, PowerShell, PowerShell, Python, WMI, Windows registry keys. All these are, it is not a files. Extra. Okay. So now, what is the other one? Transport or delivery. How can I send these weapons to now CO mission? I can send via through email. Sending the weapons through email to targeted CO mission. The next one, exploitation. What exploitation? When the CO mission will be vulnerability identified. When the CO mission EDR agent, it will sleep, or antivirus agent, it will sleep. Because, so in case if I'm sending, even though CO is clicking on that email, so if the antivirus is working on, then how I can execute that malware? It is not possible. So maybe continuously he's not shutting down the system. He's always keeping the machine as a in sleeping mode. Those are all the practical scenarios. Till once the weakness I identified, I will monitor CO machine now. Okay. Monitor continuously till getting the CO laptop weakness is identified. Nothing but his machine antivirus should not work. Or maybe I can uninstall the EDR agent or antivirus agent. Then I can execute that malware infection. Next one, installation. Installing of the executable malicious software program code into the CO laptop. So that is installation, command and control. Once a malicious code I installed on the CO laptop, now already I got compromised by CO laptop, then I got the remote control as a command and control. Now on behalf of CEO control, I will control his machine. Continuously I will monitor his machine. An attacker. Command and control or remote control. It will go to attacker and attacker will control CEO laptop machine. Okay. So finally, so what I need from the CEO laptop? I need what are the business he is doing with what is innovative ideas, what are the technology ideas, what is the strategy of the company, what is the vision and mission of the company, what is the expectation for the next 1 year plan or 5 years plan or 10 years plan, strategic planning, what is the governance, what is the objective, what is the goal of the company, everything I want to, okay, so leak the data or I want to gather that data. Otherwise, I will do blackmailing of the CEO. I want so and so money, or otherwise I will take the data. Maybe I'm the competitor now. I'm the competitor of so and so company. Maybe this one is belongs to Google CEO. So I compromise Google CEO laptop. Now I want to make what is the Google strategic planning for another 5 years or 10 years. Now I'll take all those data. Then I can use all those data for my company implementation part, my company development part. Using data. I don't want money from the so Google CEO company. Okay, so this is the way how the action are objective. Finally, gaining the unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure from the CEO laptop. So this is second example. This is the way whatever attacks we do have, each and every attack. By the way, these attacks are not like static. I can't say only currently we have 70 attacks or 80 attacks. I'm going to discuss 70 popular attacks. We are going to discuss regularly. Okay. But there are so many millions and billions of the attacks regularly. These attackers will try to do the hacking. Only under the ransomware itself, more than 8,000 attacks. Okay. So I took the two examples. One is our CEO system is got compromised malware. Second one is I took the example of Facebook database should be compromised. Even one of the practical or day-to-day life also, one of the terrorists wants to kill the couple of people in the crowded areas using the atom bomb or hydrogen bomb. That is also using cyber collision process only. So what are you like? But don't explain that generic example. Why explain about generic example? Because you should understand easy way. If I explain directly technical way, you can't understand. That's why I'm correlating with our day-to-day life. So that is about overall cyber collision process, guys. So please remember, so this is the way how they will expect it. Okay. So let's go for second one, Mitre or Mitre attack framework. So couple of people they'll call Mitre and couple of people they'll call Mitre, whatever. ATT at the rate of CK. It is also, it's very important. So Mitre or Mitre, it is institution or organization. So they will provide about tactics and techniques and procedure. So first one is Mitre. So Mitre is an institution or an organization. So next one is attack, ATT at the rate of CK. So under the ATT-CK, A means adversary, T means tactic, T means technique, and finally CK means database or knowledge base. You got the definition now. You can combine together all these. Mitre and institution, it will provide about adversary, nothing but attacker tactics, techniques, and finally how we can do the detection, prevention, and blocking. That is called Mitre attack framework. So here, detection, prevention, and mitigation. If I'm combining these sentences now, these words, then it will come definition of the Mitre attack framework. Mitre or Mitre as an institution or organization, it is centralized knowledge base. Adversaries, it can be used by tactics and techniques and procedures. And whenever any attack it will come, it will provide detection, prevention, and mitigation. That is called Mitre attack framework. Okay. So definition now. It is centralized knowledge base. It can provide what it can provide. It can provide tactics. It can provide techniques. And it can provide procedures. So these three combined together, we can call it as TTP. Tactics, techniques, and procedures. Tactics, techniques, and procedures. Along with detection, prevention, mitigation, of all the attacks. Not only just providing the how the attacker will do hacking using the tactics and techniques, but also it is providing about how we can do the mitigation, or prevention or blocking. Nothing but here combination of both offensive plus defensive. What is cyber kill chain process here? It's an offensive mechanism only. Only attacker how he will do it. It is not providing any preventive mechanism. That's called offensive. But if we're going to Mitre, it is not only providing about okay how the attacker will do hacking, but also it is providing about what is the prevention, mitigation, and also eradication and blocking of those attacks. That is called Mitre attack framework. Okay. So now, note I'm providing. It is a combination of both offensive from the attacker side and also defensive from our cybersecurity point of view. We will go and we will take care of the protection, blocking, mitigation, eradication. So it's a combination of both offensive and defensive mechanism. Okay. Now, under the Mitre attack framework, they provided the so tactics and techniques and procedures for. So what is my TTP? So TTP full form is tactics. So attack release, there are 14 tactics. Next one is techniques. Another team is techniques. So attacker, how he will do the hacking part. He will use a couple of techniques also. So these are all more than 500 plus techniques. And finally procedure, how we can hack the targeted mission. It's like unlimited. There are so many. So tactics and techniques and procedures. Okay. Now, what might it's okay. We'll go and we'll discuss about these 14 tactics in the tomorrow class. So in the today class itself, okay, what is here? Might couple of things maybe we can discuss. So example here, Mitre or Mitre is provided TTPs for. So they provided for 3 levels. What are those 3 levels from the business perspective? One is enterprise level framework. It is provided. Second one, it is provided based on the mobile industries, mobile level frameworks. Third one, it is based on ICS, industrial control system. Don't think like only retail industry or banking sector or automobile industry. So, or maybe a software industry, or maybe pharma based companies or telecom based companies or oil and gas sector or institutions or educational sector or government sector or federal government sectors, customers will get compromised. But also other customers like aviation, aerospace, defense, nuclear reactors, electrical, civil, mechanical. Okay, all those customers also will get compromised. SCADA. Okay, so programmable logical control, like PLCs. ICS will fall under SCADA. We studied in the BTech first year. PLCs. Next one is aviation, building constructions. Next one, electrical, mechanical, civil, nuclear reactors, and so on. Couple of companies like Quest Global, Robert Bosch, Philips. Okay, there are so many companies out there. Honeywell, all these companies will do all this type of business. NTPC, BHEL, all those electrical based companies. In this case, mobile based companies like Tesla's and so on. Okay, so that is about ICS based. So now ICS based only, we are indirectly calling it as operational technology, OT technology. Okay, Internet of Things is different. IIoT and OT is fall under ICS now. OT, operational technology. Next one is IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things and Internet of Things. You are sitting in a car and just you are doing the remote control, car automatically it is riding or it is driving. You are sitting at home through remote control, you're controlling your fridge, washing machine, and air conditioner, fan. Okay, so lights, everything, total end to end through internet. That's called Internet of Things, IoT. Okay, so all those things also part of ICS. So they categorized enterprise level, mobile level, ICS level. Then what about small and medium scale industries, companies? This also will fall under HEAL itself. Small and medium scale also. As I mentioned several times in the class also, small like in between 1 user to 1000 users, and medium like 1000 users to 10,000 users, and enterprise like multinational companies or CMM 5 level companies or big data companies. Those things we can call it as enterprise level organizations. Let's go and see practically. So just go to Google, type Mitre ATT&CK framework, click on Mitre ATT&CK. Okay, now you can see matrices, tactics, and techniques. And here threat intelligence speeds also. Now tactics and matrices and techniques, defenses, all these things will for enterprise level. That's what I'm saying now. Theoretical way, mobile level, ICS level. Okay. There are three different as a business verticals they are supporting right now. Maybe in future they can go. I think they are covering everything. Enter all the business verticals. When you say business vertical, what type of business we are doing? Whether we are into hospital industry, whether into insurance based industry, whether into banking sector industry, whether we are into finance based, whether we are into healthcare based, whether into pharma based, whether it is education sector, or maybe universities, or electrical, mechanical, civil. That is everything. So these are the three different. Almost it is covered everything now. Okay. So there under this one only there are 14 tactics. Like you can see recon, all these are 14 tactics. So these are the tactics now. Reconnaissance, resource development, initial access, execution, persistence, and privilege escalation, defense evasion, preferential access, discovery, lateral movement. Okay, all these are tactics. There are 14 tactics. Under the tactic, you can see under the reconnaissance, selection of the target side, there are 10 techniques. Under the resource development side, there are 8 techniques. Under the initial access side, 11 techniques. Under the execution side, 16 techniques. Okay, let's go and discuss about one of the thing like enterprise level I'm going. Example, I will go to lateral movement. What is my lateral movement? It is equivalent to our corona. If one machine is getting the corona, other machines also, other people also will get the corona. In case the virus, it will go and it is impacting through air or through water or through media. If one system is getting compromised, other systems also will get compromised. That is called lateral movement. Okay, click on this one now. Though now this is tactics. These are all 14 tactics now. Click on lateral movement. Once I'm clicking on the tactics now, what is the tactics I clicked on the? I clicked on the lateral movement. Once I'm clicking on this one, you can see techniques. There are so many techniques. How one system is getting compromised, other systems also getting compromised. What attacker will use? Techniques. These are the techniques. Exploitation of remote services, internal spear phishing, phishing email, Okay, lateral tool transfer. There are so many techniques attacker will use. Okay, for example, I'm clicking on the spear phishing. Now technique I'm clicking on. Lateral movement is a tactic. So attacker will use if he wants to compromise one system to multiple systems, then what are the different techniques attacker he will use all these techniques. Once I'm clicking on this one, example, like internal spear phishing email. Now, if I'm going down, you can see procedures now. TTP, tactics, techniques, and procedures. After choosing the tactic, after choosing the technique, what attacker will use? Attacker will procedure. How can I hack CEO laptop? Okay, these are the couple of internal spear phishing email site. Okay, along with that one, you can see mitigation, detection. Also, it is providing. Now we got the overall theoretical versus practical, mitigation and also detection. But cyber collision process, it will not provide mitigation, detection, eradication, prevention, blocking. It will provide about only tactics and techniques and procedures only. That's it. How the attacker will do hacking. But Mitre, it will provide not only just about how the attacker will do hacking, but also it will provide about mitigation detection. It's a combination of both offensive plus defensive. Whenever any lateral movement it's happened, so this is the way how we can mitigate, and this is the way how we can detect it, that lateral movement attack. Okay, so this is the way how you should read it. Anyways, tomorrow I'll explain about. There are 14 tactics under this one. As per Mitre attack framework, tactics are as per Mitre or Mitre, otherwise whatever. Tactics are, what is the tactics here now? Just now we have seen. First one is recon, selection of the target or reconnaissance. What is second one? Second one is resource development. What is third one? Third one is initial access. What is fourth one? Fourth one is execution. What is fifth one? Continuous monitoring, persistence. Inter question. What do you mean persistence? Next one is privilege escalation. This is tactics attacker will use. Getting the high level of the access. Next one, defense evasion. Yesterday inter question. Hiding or undetectable. Defense evasion. So next one is credential access. So next one is discovery. Next one is lateral movement. Next one is collection. Next one is command and control, C2C. So next one is data exposure. One second. Go back to here. Go to tactics, enterprise level. So command and control, exfiltrate, data exfiltrate. That's what I'm saying. Data exfiltration and finally impact. Data exfiltration, finally impact. So these are all the overall 14 tactics attacker will use to compromise any system, any database, or any application, or any laptop, or MacBook, or workstation, or cloud, or maybe one of the code, or machine learning, everything. Okay, so now out of all these, which one are very, very important at the time of the interview? Persistence, regularly we can expect this one. Defense evasion, as I mentioned day before yesterday entire question. Credential access or credential harvesting, this one also. Lateral movement, privilege escalation, data exfiltration, and final command and control. That does not mean that you should not study other, but these are all the regularly based on my experience and based on other people candidate experience. These are all the regularly we can expect. What is persistence? What is privilege escalation? What is defense evasion? What is credential access? What is lateral movement, command and control, and data exfiltration? And whenever you are going for any interview also, please remember, these are all the tactics now. For each and every tactics, you can remember two techniques also. Nothing but under the reconnaissance side, two techniques. So everywhere two techniques also you can remember. What are you like? There are so many techniques, but what are you like? Okay. So this is the way how the technique here, two techniques meaning here, you can go and you should understand about that one. Example, recon. If I'm going, what are the two techniques here? Active scanning, a scanning of IP blocks. Two techniques are active scanning or scanning of IP blocking or port scanning and so on. Extra. I provided three techniques. So this is the way for each and every tactic you should be aware of the techniques also. Okay. So anyways, we can discuss once again in the tomorrow morning class. So that's all for today, guys. As I mentioned, it's a very, 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 very important topic. It's not completed yet. I have to explain something else also. How are you utilizing Mitre ATT&CK framework in your organization? How you are implementing Mitre ATT&CK framework in your organization? So in the tomorrow class, first half an hour, I'll explain about how are you utilizing Mitre ATT&CK framework. And after that, I can go and I can start about our network and cyber attacks categories wise. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Good night. Good night.